here from Vegan Living, back again with another mukbang. So as you can see from the title and from the food that's being shown here, it is not a breakfast mukbang this time, finally. I've done a few breakfast ones in a row. This is one that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and it's called a hot pot. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know what officially gives something the name hot pot. To me, a hot pot is when you have one of these hot pots here, some sort of soup situation going on, and that's that. And then I think you can like decide what you want to have for ingredients and such. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a bit of a soup, one of these noodly things. I'm pretty sure it is vegan. It's pretty decent. I usually eat, I'm so like boring. I usually eat Mr. Noodles, the vegetable flavor one. I think I had tried the chicken flavor one once, and I thought it was like tasted too much like actual chicken, that it really grossed me out. Like I didn't mind eating chicken growing up, but I never really liked the taste of like the really strong chicken broth. But anyways, so then there's some zucchini here. I think this is just one full zucchini. And then I got half of a block of tofu that I just pan fried. And then didn't put any spices on it. Fun fact, dogs can eat tofu. So I gave her like a little piece to like see if she would like it. She liked it. That's my dog Madonna. And then I got some green onion and some celery here. I'm trying to put this in without like spraying myself. Woohoo! And I've used up all my mushrooms, so yesterday in a dish that I made, so I can't add any of that. And then, being proactive, I had taken some broccoli and carrot in here. Right back. Into this bowl, and I had put like boiling water over it just to help pre-cook it so it's not super crunchy. Still a little bit crunchy, but broccoli is a lot softer. Yeah. And then a bouillon cube plus like this pasta base. I can't remember, is this liquidy? So I didn't like whatever one it was that was all liquid. I'm gonna try this one. Yeah, no, it's just powder. Good. There's a spicy one, I think from the same brand, and it's like with a liquid. I didn't really like it. So if you live in Edmonton, if you're one of my friends and you want that spicy packaged stuff, feel free to message me. I think I have like at least 3 of them left. Ooh, yeah, baby. I'm just gonna bring the camera over, or can I tilt it without? I'm afraid of spilling. Check it out, baby. So good. So eventually, hopefully, I'll get better at doing this mukbang situation where I can, I don't know, have like a secondary camera that's like positioned above so I can film inside. And when I'm doing the editing process, like show that. I don't know. Anyways, I'll get there. Gotta start somewhere, right? Okay, so in my last video, I was talking about going to the doctor to get my iron checked. And I think in that video, I actually hadn't seen the doctor yet. I have now. So I'm not anemic, and they have prescribed me to take, I am low on iron, but I'm not anemic. So I've got prescribed me to take this stuff. So they're like 150 milligrams per one, and I have to take one of these daily, so it's like right before bed. With like orange juice or an orange or some type of vitamin C. Yeah. And I have to do that for 3 months. And then that's when we'll go and recheck my levels to see if they've increased. So yeah, my iron is low, but that's just the iron stores. So my iron stores are low, but they're still free flowing iron. Active iron, I think is what she called it. in there. I didn't grab a spoon. What is wrong with me? So yeah, I have active iron, which is the reason why I was able to donate blood all this time last year and the years before. I don't know how long I've had low iron for, but I would suspect probably a year at least. Yeah, because when you donate blood, they test your hemoglobin levels. And if your iron is super low to the point where you're anemic, your hemoglobin levels would be like really low from what I understand. So they're not, like I was always still able to donate blood. Obviously this year I'm not going to. Hopefully next year, in a couple years, I'll be able to start again. I don't know. Kind of just depends on what happens with my iron levels. Yeah, root for me, guys. The one thing though is that a lot of people keep saying like, oh, is it because you're vegan that your iron is low? And I'm like, damn it. But no, honestly, like when I've been looking into it, iron is one of the yeah, wasn't sure if this was gonna be like enough broth, like enough flavor in it just yet, because this is a lot of water. It's really good. But honestly, no, like iron is the vitamin that most people, like it's the most common for a person to be deficient on. And we all know that the world isn't full of mostly vegan, so that means like it's mostly like a whole bunch of meat eaters that are deficient in it. I mean, good chunk of those could also be vegetarian, could be. Where is the tofu? I want some of the proteins. So yeah, I'm now focusing more so on eating higher iron foods. So tofu does have, I think a quarter of it has like 8% of your daily intake for iron. And I put half in here. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably not gonna eat all of this, but I'll try to eat lots of pieces of tofu. And I've got the orange juice, the vitamin C to help me absorb it. Okay, so I am working on it. And yeah, since I've been diagnosed with this, I've been talking with lots of people, and they are also have been low iron, or they are right now, and like they're working on increasing it. So yeah, it's definitely not just a vegan problem, and it's definitely more so of a problem where I just never really paid much attention to what I was eating. Like I wasn't eating enough legumes, which is like beans and lentils, and I wasn't eating enough tofu, enough leafy greens. Like literally these are the things that I wasn't really trying very hard at like consuming. So it is important what you eat as a vegan for sure, but yeah, I'm just gonna like try to eat more high iron foods and just keep to my motto of eating protein, carbs, and fat. Because I think that with each of your meals throughout each day, like if you're striving to eat those foods, that it's okay, that you shall be good. My tongue is a little burnt from like the broth earlier. I also take vitamin B12, and I started taking an omega. I'm planning on looking into finding out which vitamin D I should be taking, because here in Alberta there's periods where we don't get enough sun. But other than that, I'm trying to get everything from what I'm eating, and hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully after I get my iron levels up with like the pills, that I'll be able to sustain it with the vegan diet, and then that way I can show people that in fact it is not just eating vegan that can create a an iron deficiency. I cannot talk. Apparently I just want to eat some noodles. Hold on. These noodles are thicker than the Mr. Noodles ones. I think I just got so accustomed to Mr. Noodles that I think I prefer those. These are fun. Yes. Tofu. Eat. It's a big piece. Mm. I love broccoli and soups. I'm glad I added some veggies in with this, man. Like green onion and celery. It just adds to the flavor. Got a bit of liquid on my glasses. Cheers. Yummy. So something else that I'm very excited about. One of my big goals is gonna be happening. I'm getting a poll sent to the house, an expert X poll. So we're hoping to set it up in the basement. And I've been posting recently into a group for pole dancers, asking like how many people have been doing like the tension system. So basically a lot of times when you order a pole to get sent to your house, most people will just use the tension of having the top and the bottom. Like there's like a surface like this big, I think, or whatever, like a circular surface that will be touching the ceiling and the floor. And it's just the tension that's keeping it in place. So you just want to give it a really good tug every time before you go use it. But that is the reason why you see so many videos of people that fall over, like the pole will fall out of place because you'll do some sort of movement that's with all your momentum and your body weight, etc., and it like knocks it over. So I will probably be ordering one of the permanent fixture mount things. Hopefully Jeff will be okay with me doing that into the ceiling. Because I think that you can just fix it up by using a little bit of the putty or whatever and then painting over it when you go to take it down later. Anyways, this is coming in 2 days. It's supposed to be here, so I'm excited. Not the mount part, it's just the pole. So I might just try setting it up and doing some of the tension workout, like with it just set up as a tension rod first. And then I'll order the other piece to make sure I feel more secure. Because yeah, a lot of people in the group are saying that their pole has fallen a couple times, so then they went and got one of those mounts as well. And they feel like way more safer. So I'm gonna be doing that and continuing to go to pole dance. So I have taken probably about like 6 classes or something like that since November. I try to go weekly, but there's been periods where it's been like 3-4 weeks that I had to wait just because of like my schedule versus their schedule. Just didn't work out. So I do a punch pass system because that works best for me. But I've been kind of stuck on level 2 for a little while because level 3 people start flipping themselves upside down and you need to have like really good core strength in order to do that. I am not quite there yet. That's good. So that, plus dog walking, plus trying to find time to like go and do some nature walks as well on my own is kind of like my fitness plan right now. And then if I can get into waking up early and working out in the mornings, then I might consider working out at a gym again. But depends week to week. Like sometimes my mental health is just like, no, I do not want to get up early and have to go somewhere and do something. So what I might do is just do like drop-in rates at like a gym or a rec center or something like that for the first little while until I get my groove back on and feel more confident in doing that. Something else that's pretty cool that Edmonton has just gotten is like a roller skating rink. It's on the north side. It's actually really close to where I used to work. I haven't went yet. It's kind of pricey, like if you don't have your rollerblade, like your own set of rollerblades. I think it ends up being like probably $40 per person just to go. I don't know if that's just for an hour or if that's for the evening or what that is yet. But obviously, like if you're bringing your whole family, if you have kids and stuff, that adds up. There was this one guy that was commenting on their post, and I feel sorry for them because they're just a small business. But he's like commenting on a bunch of their posts saying how it's a ripoff and like how much it cost to his family. But it's like, you could have went and like looked up the pricing first before committing to going, but maybe, who knows, maybe him being like the only male in the family or something like that, they were all pressuring him and they all really wanted to have a good time. Not really sure. But, yeah. Even though the snow is all melting, it's supposed to snow in the next few days, and normally I'd feel like slightly a little bit bummed about that and wanting spring to be coming in, but I really want to go skiing. There's a couple places within the city that you can go downhill skiing, and I found a few people that are interested in doing it. This is what happened last year too. I had someone that was kind of interested in doing it. She isn't this year, but that's okay. I found new people. But yeah, and then it was like too close to the end of the year that there wasn't enough snow, so I'm kind of excited that there's going to be a little bit more snow this week, so that maybe it won't be like super icy going down the hills, because that's gonna hurt to fall down. I'm a bit of an amateur skier, so I don't really have any desire to go to like the mountains to ski until I get a bit better at it. And Jeff doesn't really have any interest at all in doing like winter outdoor sports. Something else that I'm excited about is creating a vision board. I've been deciding on this the last couple weeks, and today I was just kind of writing out and trying to like piece together what it would look like. And then over the next few weeks, I'm gonna try and like get all the pieces and stuff like that. I want to decide what kind of background for the board that I want. So I'm thinking of one that I can like glue the pieces on. So obviously like a cork board wouldn't really work. Something I have done in the past, which is pretty nifty, is I made a little notes in my phone called 30 things to do before I'm 30. And now that I'm past 30, I've created one that says 40 things to do before I'm 40. So, yeah, I would recommend doing that to like anyone. It's pretty fun. And then you get to, I would just recommend just keep going and looking back at it. Like over the next few like weeks and months and stuff like that, just so that it kind of reminds you of like what kind of things are on your dream list, what kind of things you want to like knock off and everything. I did accomplish most of the things, I would say, on my 30 to 30 thing. And then I might have to go back and like edit things for my 40 things to do before 40. And this is why I would say like it's important to like go back and look at it again, because over the years things kind of change. You're like, yeah, that's not so important to me anymore. I think that's the reason why like the vision board kind of excites me. So the vision board I'm creating is more of a for life type thing, like goals for life, or like within the next 20 years. It's not like the next 5 years type goal, because one of my goals, Jeff saw my like ideas for my vision board and he's like, okay, you want to go like sell the house and move somewhere? Because one of my goals is to go and live abroad. I want to live in another country. And I was like, no. I'm like, once we're tired of this house, then I would like to move on to like maybe another country. And then he's like, where? Because this is something we've talked about a little bit. And I was like, well, you know, over the years of us traveling, we'll decide. That's why it's kind of like a longer term goal, that one. It's like a big dream of mine. I'm gonna get a little bit more. So I have finished this bowl. I have been still working on having less screen time, so it's still quite high. But I have, when you go like week to week with any type of goal, try to give yourself practical easy steps to make. So say if you're spending 20 hours, for example, on Facebook per week, try to be like, I'm gonna try to set for 15 hours or less for the next week, and then just keep lowering it that way until it's actually at the number that you want. Because obviously if you try to like be like, no, I should only have 5 hours per week on Facebook, and try to go from 20 to 5, it's just unrealistic. So that's what I've been doing, and it's helping me keep track and stay on track with having a little bit, like looking at my phone a little bit less, which is lovely. I hardly got any noodles. Got the wrong type of scoop, guys, for this. Noodles, give me the noodles. Should have grabbed a spaghetti scooper thingy, a noodle scooper. Just get used to my fingers. Yeah. Ouch, ouch, ouch. These noodles are long. Holy shoot. Okay, I'm good. I think my eyes are too big for my belly. I don't know if I'm able to eat this much. I just wanted more noodles, but I think I took most of the noodle package. So what are some ways that you guys like to track your dreams and goals? Have you guys ever done a vision board? Did you find it helpful? Did you do it just for like the year? Because I was reading this one post where this girl does it each year. Like whenever she does her New Year's resolutions, she puts it on a vision board, and it helps her like actually like attain her goals then. And then some people do it more like in a 10-year or 5-year goal thing, which is probably a little bit more manageable because then you can put realistic goals down. But at the same time, I think it's good to dream big and to like put things on it that scare you. Like one thing that feels a little bit awkward to like say out loud to people is I would like to be like a vegan spokesperson. So like Earthling Ed kind of comes to mind, and other people such as him that kind of speak up. Like I don't know if I want to be as big as him, but you know, I want to be doing like kind of some of the stuff that he's doing. Yeah. That also scares me because I'm not very good at like public speaking, but I think it's so cool that he's done like TED Talks, and I've always thought like, you know, going to like a school and like talking to kids and that sort of thing would be really cool. And the other big thing that I'm working on, fingers crossed again, is like trying to get Vegfest 2023, so next year, started. We just don't have the right team set up yet. We're not quite ready to organize for 2022, but I'm hoping we've figured out a location. We're getting pricing from the city for like different parks and stuff like that. So I just have to talk it over with the board members and see if they're interested in it. I also had to get clarification because the city had given me like an hourly rate, and then they said for a maximum of 12 hours. And then I'm like, well, what happens if we wanted to set up the night before and then have security like watch over it, you know, have like a gated system around it, like a caged in system or something? Do you have to pay that hourly rate for overnight? I have a feeling it's a yes, but I'm hoping it's not, because then that would be like really expensive. And I don't know if that would be doable for us. So yeah, that would be exciting because I know how much everyone wants to have another Vegfest. For those of you that don't know, Vegfest is a fully vegan festival. Calgary's done quite a few. Edmonton's done, have we done 3 of them or 2? I don't know. I know that there's someone that's done like a Vegtoberfest where they did like this really small kind of like with vendors out in the parking lot outside of like a small store. And then there's always the idea that maybe this year, if I can, I could try to set up like just like a mini market just with vegan vendors inside of a building. So basically, Vegfest is an even grander festival where there's like speakers and like cooking demos and like musicians and stuff like that, and like beer gardens at some of them. I think we got to do it at the last one because we were in a facility where they already did that, so it was It was easy. But the location we did it at last time was inside of like a baseball diamond that's enclosed. And so it was great that it was enclosed because then we didn't have to pay for security to like watch over the stuff, because like people could drop off their stuff. Vendors could come in and drop off their stuff the night before. And we didn't have to worry about people coming and stealing things. With having it in a big open park makes it a little bit more But since it was in a baseball diamond, we were just very lucky that it was really great weather, because if it was really bad weather, then we could have, like raining, we could have wrecked the turf and had to pay for that. So I think that was one of the reasons why we're considering moving to a new venue. Okay, well, I think this mukbang's probably gotten pretty long. So as usual, I'm gonna cut it off here before I've even finished my food. But I think I've talked about all the points that I want to talk about. So yeah, that is what's going on with my life. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any topics you would like me to discuss in future mukbangs, please comment them down below, or perhaps in some cooking show or something, because I'm thinking that I would like to do some meal prep videos as well, and then on the side I could talk, like while things are cooking, talk about some other topics. So again, thanks for watching. Give it a big like if you haven't, and subscribe, of course, if you have not. I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can do live videos. So please subscribe, please. Thanks. Veg, peace, and love. Till next time, guys. Bye.